You keep asking if happiness is real. Let me ask you something. Is pain real? You never doubt that one. When you're doubled over on the bathroom floor, you don't say, maybe this ache is just a construct. Maybe this suffering is an illusion. You believe in pain immediately, without question, without philosophy. But when joy shows up? When you laugh without checking who's watching? When, for a second, you forget to be afraid? Suddenly, you turn into a skeptic. Is this real? Can I trust this? How long will it last? And before happiness can even answer, you've already decided it's lying. You think happiness is the illusion because it doesn't stay. But breath doesn't stay. Waves don't stay. Sunrise doesn't stay. You don't stand on the shore watching the tide go out and say, see? The ocean was never real. Gentler but firm. You only talk like that about your own joy. Here's the truth. Happiness is not an illusion. Your expectations of happiness are, you've been sold a version of happiness that is fake. I'll be happy when I get there. I'll be happy when I get them. I'll be happy when I become that. You turned happiness into a moving target, a product, a finish line you never cross. Then you got mad that you never arrive. You don't suffer because happiness is rare. You suffer because you demand it be constant. Now, some of you are walking through depression or trauma you didn't choose and can't just positive think away. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm talking about the stories you add on top of your chemistry, the expectations that turn ordinary sadness into shame. The illusion isn't happiness. The illusion is the story that life is supposed to feel good most of the time. And here's what breaks something in me. There's something you call peace that's actually just numbness. You lock your heart in a safe and call it stability. You shut down your desires and call it contentment. You lower your expectations until nothing can disappoint you and call that wisdom. That's not wisdom. That's surrendering to fear and giving it a halo. Then you look at people who still feel deeply, who hurt, who hope, who risk, and you say, they're naive. They'll learn happiness is an illusion. No, they've just refused to worship comfort. And here's why you choose that numbness over feeling. There's a part of you that doesn't actually want happiness. It wants guaranteed happiness. Happiness you can't lose. Happiness that costs you nothing. Risks nothing. Asks nothing. Happiness that never requires grief, or honesty, or letting go. And when I don't give you that impossible thing, you call the whole experience an illusion. But look at your actual life. The times you felt most alive weren't the safest. They were when you loved without proof you'd be loved back. When you tried something that could fail. When you told the truth that could change everything. You didn't feel safe then. You felt real. Now about those chemicals everyone likes to mention. Yes, happiness involves serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, the neurons fire, the hormones shift. But listen carefully. Think about that song that gave you chills last week that was just chemistry too. Did that make it less real? Or more? Your biology doesn't make happiness an illusion. It makes happiness embodied. Everything you experience is mediated by chemistry. Love, fear, that sunset that made you pull over, the grief when someone leaves, all electrical signals and chemical reactions. That doesn't make it less real. That makes it more miraculous. You are matter that learned how to feel joy. You are the universe becoming conscious of itself through chemical reactions. How is that not the most real thing there is? Happiness, as you experience it, is a weather pattern in your inner world. Real, temporary, changeable. But underneath weather, there's something deeper. Call it joy. Call it aliveness. Call it the quiet recognition that existing, even like this, is a miracle. That's not a mood. That's not a dopamine spike. That's contact with where you come from, with me. You keep trying to build a life where the weather never changes. I keep trying to teach you how to find me in every climate. The question isn't, Is happiness real? The question is, can I let myself feel what's actually here without demanding it be something else? So, let me be absolutely clear. That laugh that escaped before you could stop it, real. That morning you woke up and everything felt possible, real. That moment where time stopped and you forgot to be afraid, real. It doesn't become less real because it ended. A song doesn't become less real when it stops playing. A fire doesn't become less real when it burns out. Happiness was never meant to be a prison you finally move into. It's a visitor, a guest, a glimpse. You weren't designed to live inside happiness. You were designed to live fully enough that happiness keeps wanting to visit. Here's what changes everything. Instead of asking, is this happiness real or just an illusion? Ask, what if I let this be real while it's here? Instead of interrogating your joy, what if you experienced it? Instead of demanding permanence, what if you practiced presence? Because happiness isn't the goal. Aliveness is the goal. And a meaningful life will break your heart. Love will break your heart. Truth will break your heart. But a broken open heart can hold more joy than a guarded one ever will. So is happiness real or just an illusion? Happiness is real. The illusion is that you're supposed to be happy all the time. I didn't promise you a constant state. I promised you I would be with you in every state. Stop arguing with happiness because it doesn't last. That's like arguing with music because songs end. Let both visit. Let both transform you. Let both leave when it's time. Then look for what never leaves: the fact that you're here, that you're loved, that even in the middle of your questions, you're allowed to feel joy. Tell me below, what would change if you stopped demanding happiness be permanent? What would you let yourself feel? I see more of your answers than you might realize. Every single one matters.